everyone, my name is Sai and welcome to the Petiteknit YouTube channel. I thought I'll take you with me while I knit my recent work in progress, which is the Key sweater by Petiteknit. This would be my first colorwork sweater. I haven't done colorwork sweater yet, so I thought I'd tackle a really simple colorwork project. And when I saw the Key sweater on my grid, I really liked the look of the sweater. I love stripes, and this is basically stripes with just a bit of interesting colorwork in between. It's very few rows of colorwork through the whole sweater, so I thought it would be a good introduction to how many times can I say colorwork sweater for me. So I'll show you where I'm at. Here is the project. I've done a first few rows of colorwork. I'm hoping you can see this. I really need to get something that can show me what you guys can see, because I have no idea if you could just see that properly. I hope I don't have to refilm this, but yeah, it's just looking really nice. It's kind of like weird to me to see that I've done this because I've never done colorwork before. So for the yarn, I'm using Drops Alaska, which is 100% wool, but it has this nice like heathered look, which is similar to what a Petiteknit sample photo looks like. So it's a bit rough when I'm knitting it, but I did make a swatch, and where's the swatch? Oh, there it is. And this is it. I'll talk about the swatch in a bit, but once I blocked it, it's nice and soft. It's gonna be so warm. I'm really looking forward to it, especially in cold Melbourne days. It's gonna be perfect. So yeah, I think the yarn's gonna work out really well. Now, I did learn about yarn dominance, but not before I made the swatch. So as you can see here, the white isn't as stark against the black as I would like, and in the pattern she does recommend holding the colorwork yarn to be the dominant yarn. So I did learn about it, and I started holding it as my dominant yarn in the sweater. So it's so much better. Like, I can see the difference completely, and I completely understand. And it's just crazy to me, like, you know, that how this sort of thing works, and knitting in general is just so magical. I did forget the first few keys because I was so focused on getting the colorwork chart right. But then I remembered, and I was like, let me switch the yarns quickly. So, but yeah, it's worked out really well. The pattern has been really good so far. I have knit her patterns before, and you know, they've always been so clear and really easy to read. But I have to say, I've done short rows before, but I haven't done short rows with raglan increases before. So I did struggle in a couple of places, and I think it would have been easier to make a couple of points clearer. Other than that, it's been really good so far. I didn't do the cast on that she recommends, which is I'll put it here, I can't remember the name. So I just did the long tail cast on because I just wanted to go easy on myself, because I know I'm going to be attempting a few things in this project. But for me, it doesn't make a difference. I'm okay with just a normal long tail cast on, and then it's 1 by 1 rib, and then some short rows with raglan increases, and then just normal raglan increases once you're done with the short rows, along with the colorwork. So yeah, it's been really good so far. I've noted a few things that I did read in the Ravelry project notes that I'm going to keep in mind as the project progresses. But yeah, I'm excited to take you with me while I knit the rest of the sweater. Rinse out. Hi guys, so we've run into our first problem. I seem to have done an extra round of increase somewhere because I was looking at the chart and the number of rows of color work I have to do and how it corresponds to the number of increases I should have. So whenever I have like a raglan increase pattern, I always chart all the increases. That way I can keep track of all the stitches that each section should have after a number of rounds. And I was counting my rounds and it didn't match up to the increases that I had for that round. It was matching up to the next increase round. So I have definitely increased an extra round somewhere. So I took out my needles and I'm gonna unravel it to probably like 2 rows, and that should get me back to where I should be. So here we go. I always think, especially now that it's color work, that it's better to frog it and suffer a few glitches here and there rather than knit it wrong and then have a wrong sweater, because that would just bug me forever, while this is bugging me probably for the next 10 minutes. So unravel with me. Hi, so it is day 3 that I'm knitting this, and here's where we are. Let's finish the first stripe, and oh my god, the trouble I've had to try and line these keys up. And honestly, it's part me, part the pattern. Like, the thing with this is because you're increasing along with the color work, like you have to remember to increase and make sure that you're doing the right color yarn at the same time. So that's already confusing, but it's also not like, the pattern does say what you need to do, but it's not very detailed, which is fine. There's just a lot to keep in mind when you're knitting the increases and doing color work at the same time. But yeah, I just had to frog a few times. Also, I'm pretty sure I increased where I shouldn't have. So, but you know what, like I said, I just prefer to frog it back and knit it properly. Yeah, I'm done with the first stripe. I'm on the first round of the second stripe. I don't know why I've paused it here because I'm still doing the color work, but you know, that's where we are. I'm really enjoying the pattern. The getting to the next stripe is really kind of addictive, so I feel like I'll get through the yoke very quickly. Yeah, all that to say is here's where I am, and now hopefully by tomorrow, no, not tomorrow, because I'm actually going to Bendigo Woolen Mills tomorrow. I'm doing a little drive up there with a friend of mine, because I thought, why not? It'll be a nice way to spend Saturday. So maybe I won't get a lot done tomorrow on this sweater, but maybe Sunday. So yeah, I'll keep you in the loop as to how it goes. I'll see you at the next check-in. Bye. welcome back. So it's been a few days, probably maybe a week since I updated you guys on the project, but I've been knitting a lot. Let me first show you the project before I talk about it. Are you ready? Oh my god. Can you see this? I really hope you can see this. But it's been such an amazing time knitting this project. Obviously it's my first color work, so it's just like magic when you're knitting and you're seeing this amazing key pattern come up. I just split for sleeves so I can show you properly, because earlier it was all bunching up and I really didn't want to break my flow by putting it on the cords that I have. But yeah, I just wanted to get to splitting the sleeves so I could show you properly. But this is it. I've done 3 stripes and it tells you to split in the middle of the 3rd stripe, which is a bit odd and a little stressful, I thought, but you know, it is what it is. I'm trusting Petiteknit. But yeah, it's been amazing. I did accidentally knit an extra row in the white stripe in the first one. I only realized when I was here, so I was like, I'm just gonna knit an extra stripe in each of the white rows, which is fine. I don't think it shows or looks odd or anything like that. So my experience so far has been that I'm learning a lot. So obviously with this pattern, you're not only doing color work because it's raglan, you're also increasing while doing color work. So coincidentally, each of the increase lines up with the color work row. So you know, it's good because it's sort of teaching me how to increase with the color work, and yeah, I really enjoyed that. The only thing I will mention is that, and I've noticed this on the Ravelry board, I may have mentioned this earlier, but some of the color work, the keys don't line up exactly, especially when you're doing the 3rd stripe here. So I think there was an original pattern and then I think they updated it to be a little more clear with the increases with the color work. So I don't want to give too much away, but the second pattern, the pattern that I have now, is apparently more clear in, you know, how you increase and what color you use and that sort of stuff. So it also, because I am a beginner knitter, a beginner colorwork knitter, I obviously had to pay attention really hard. But I think it's also intuitive once you know what you're doing. So now in my 3rd stripe, I'm not really following exactly what the pattern is saying. I'm actually just reading my own work and making sure the keys are lining up, because I've seen some of the projects on Ravelry and some of the keys don't line up, and that's fine. Like I only notice because I'm looking for it. The sweaters look amazing. So for me, in my brain, if the keys don't line up, so actually what I mean by the keys is these. So for example, this white with this white, or you know, this black with this black, or this black with this black. So if they don't line up, I would go like that would bother me. I will always like look at it rather than the big sweater, and that's a me problem. But yeah, I think it's just got to a point where I can read my own knitting and figure out what color to use and where to make a few adjustments, and so that it's not really noticeable. So most of the adjustments I've made have been either under the arm over here, or like just on the either side of the raglan. So hopefully you can't notice it that well. I hope you can't, and if you do, don't tell me. But yeah, this is where I am. I know it's gonna be a really warm sweater and I'm excited to wear it in the winter, but for now I'm just gonna keep knitting on it, and I'll give you the next update probably as I'm further along in my body knitting. Bye. check. So I think I'm done with the body, which is super exciting. I've done 4 stripes, which is the same as the sample photo in the pattern. I have seen some projects on Ravelry that they've done 5 stripes, but I think where I am now, it's hitting my waist at the moment, and I think with the ribbing it'll be the perfect length, and it'll grow a little bit in blocking, hopefully not too much. So yeah, I think I'm really happy where I'm at. So I should be done with the ribbing by tonight, hopefully, and then I can start on the sleeves tomorrow. Yeah, here's where we're at. I just finished the tubular bind off, and here it is. I think it's a really good length, exactly what I wanted. It's sort of hitting my hips at the moment, and it's going to relax a little bit. So I think the pattern called for 9 centimeters of ribbing, but I think I did probably 7.5 because I know it's going to grow a little bit. And yeah, the tubular bind off took ages, but it's always worth it. It just gives it a nice finished look. The ribbing is a little bit messy at the moment, if you can see it, but it'll relax with blocking like it always does, and it's gonna even out. The back, again, like the back is bunching up a bit, but I'm hoping it relaxes with blocking. But yeah, I think it's looking really good. I can't wait to finish the sleeves, and I should be done pretty soon now. It's been a minute, so I thought I'd update you on where I am. So this is where I am on the sweater. That's the back. Here it is. The finished one sleeve. And it went so quick, actually. I think I finished this in 2 days. It was great. And because there are no decreases, it's really good. I am thinking about the ribbing on the sleeve. So I have seen pictures, and it is quite a wide rib, because obviously there are no decreases, but the pattern recommends 4mm needle for the ribbing, but my ribbing is always a little bit looser than usual, so I thought I'd go to 3.75, but I think it's still a little bit too wide. So I am thinking if I should go down to like 3.5 or even 3mm, just to like cinch it in a little bit, because I'll show you what it looks like now. Give me one sec. Back. So this is what it's looking like. So the length is really good. I really like the length, but yeah, the ribbing is a little bit wide at the moment, and I was just thinking if it could be like just a little bit cinched in, if I like it more. So yeah, I'm gonna think about that a little bit, but I really like the sort of roomy sleeve. It just makes it really cozy. But I am gonna start on sleeve number 2. In the meantime, while I think about this, maybe I'll ask Instagram. Maybe I'll put a poll in there and just see what people think. I have seen some projects. It really obviously matters on gauge and what yarn you're using or what needle you're using, but some projects have this really wide sleeve and some projects have like a bit of like a cinched in look, which I think I like a little bit more. So, but also it could be that I'm not used to having like wide sleeves like these. So yeah, I'm gonna think about that a little bit while I work on sleeve number 2, and I'll keep you updated. Morning, how are you guys doing? It is final day of knitting the key sweater by Petiteknit. We are so close. We have one more of this white stripe to go, and then we're gonna do the ribbing, and then we'll be done. I'm so excited. Here we are. It's the next day, and this is what it's looking like. As you saw, I finished the sleeve last night. I just thought I'd wait for the next day and natural light to show you properly. But yeah, it's looking so good. I'm gonna block it now, and can you hear the birds? So loud. Yeah, I think the length is perfect at the moment. Like, it's hitting exactly where I want it to be. Sleeves as well. The only thing I want to change in blocking is the collar. It's like choking me right now. So what I'm gonna do is just stretch it out like this and just pin it like this, I think, and that should kind of stretch the collar out a bit. I'm really excited to block it and see how it turns out. What do you think? I'm really happy with this. The stitches have relaxed, the length is perfect, the body length, also the sleeves, they haven't grown too much, which is good. It's so soft. The yarn has softened a lot. I didn't think it would be this soft. It's not the softest thing I've ever knit, but it's definitely softer than I imagined it would be. So a light kind of t-shirt or full sleeve top would be perfect. It's definitely warm. It's a very warm jumper, which I'm very happy with because we have very cold winter days in front of us in Melbourne. Collar has stretched out quite a lot as well. I really did stretch it out while blocking because, as you saw before, it was choking me a bit. So yeah, very happy about the collar. I can't feel the collar, like any itchiness on my neck, which is the first place where I feel itchy if I'm wearing an itchy sweater, but I can't feel it at all, which is great. Colorwork has relaxed quite a lot. It's, you know, not at all bumpy, which I'm so glad about. I really, you know, I really tried to keep the tension very loose, so I'm very happy that it hasn't really puckered or anything. But yeah, this is what it is. I'm very happy with it. I highly recommend the pattern. If it's your first time doing colorwork, or even if it's not, it's a very easy kind of relaxing pattern. Very intuitive. After maybe a couple of rows of colorwork, you kind of understand the pattern and you can make your own adjustments to, you know, make sure the colorwork keys are lining up or anything like that. Like as you saw, there's a little bit of learning curve with the raglan increases, but you know, that might be just me. Yeah, the pattern is very well written, as are most of Petiteknit's pattern. I've always had a good experience. I really would recommend this pattern if you're looking to do a bit of light color work and want a cozy jumper. I think that brings us to a close for the video. Thank you so much for watching if you're still here, and I hope you enjoyed the video as much as I've enjoyed making it. I forgot how much I missed editing. I really do enjoy it. So yeah, I am filming my next project vlog that I'm knitting on. I'll show you a little sneak peek. I'm sure you can tell already what the pattern is. But it is my first time doing textured pattern, so it'll definitely be a nice learning curve. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to knitting my next project and filming it for you. I am thinking of making a podcast soon about what I'm currently working on. I'm not a very fast knitter, nor do I have a lot of time to knit. I won't have, you know, like 5 finished objects to show you each podcast, but I will show you what I'm currently knitting on and, you know, what I'm enjoying, and hopefully that's something that you would like to watch. Let me know if you'd like to watch that sort of content, but for now I'll say bye and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.